everybody. My name is Ezokeke Chuendu Claire, and I'm the host on your favorite show, On Air with Claire. It's an exciting show where we get to talk on entertainment, societal problems, and lifestyle. We hope that you still stay tuned to what we have in store for you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget this as well, your opinions are counted. I'd like to see you guys soon. Bye. Welcome back to another episode of On Air with Claire. I'm your host Claire, and joining me today I have my beautiful ladies. Hi Barry and hi Stephanie.
Hi.
It's nice to have you guys once again on our show.
Nice to be here.
So on today's episode we are going to be discussing on this very question. Should kids decide their future? Now, this is a very good question which I would love the viewers to also partake in. So if you have questions or if you have answers to this question, I'd like you to link that in the comment section below. But right now on this show, we are going to be hearing from our guest joining us today. So now, what do you think, Ibere? Are children knowledgeable enough to decide what they will be in future?
Well, I feel that children are not yet mentally old enough or mentally matured enough to decide fully decide their future. Okay. I feel that they might have a say, an input, or have a say in what they want to be or where they want to go, where they want to be in the future. But I don't think the whole decision should be on them.
What about you, Stephanie?
I believe that children should have a say in whatever they want to become in future, because it's them after all. It's them that is either going to be the future doctor or lawyer that they want to be. If the parents decide that, okay, you must become a nurse, you must become a doctor, at the end of the day, they will not enjoy what they are doing. They still don't feel that satisfaction in whatever they become in the future. So I believe that children should decide on their future.
So aside from the children being able to decide or decide their future rather, they will need guidance. So who can help them make the right decision? Who is capable enough to help them make this right decision?
A trusted adult, or someone that's, let's say they're thinking of being whatever, let's say an engineer, for example. Okay. And whichever adult they are closest to and is in that field of that career, that field, and he wants to know what it's like, wants to know how it is, the opportunities and everything. So we can meet him or her, can understand what is going to enter, or then with their parents, their teachers, any trusted adult they can find, that they can confide in.
What would be yours?
I would say I also agree with Ebere about any trusted adult that's been an expert in such field. As she said earlier, an engineer. Yes, you can meet a professional engineer, ask questions. Even your parents too can also advise you. They can also give you some suggestions, including your teachers. So yes, I would agree with Ebere.
What was it like when you were trying to pick your career choice?
It was very confusing. Because of the situation, majorly factors of the society. I actually wanted to study aeronautical engineering, but due to many factors, mostly the school fees, and also that they don't really study it, or they don't really have such expertise or specialty in Nigeria. So that also made me change courses. And when you go to school, teachers will advise you, no, you're good in computer, you're good in biology, you're good in this, you're good in that. So I believe that it all factored to my own choice, what I wanted, what I had satisfaction in the most, that made me, okay, yes, this is what I want to do. And I know that in doing so, I know that I would still be happy, even if it wasn't that engineering course. My parents also played a role in advising me and suggesting, because my mother, she was really surfing the net to make sure that, okay, if you don't do this, you can find another one, until I finally decided, okay, yes, this is what I would do if this aeronautical engineering doesn't work out. And also considering the fact of financial issues and whatever, but I know that yes, this course I'm going for is what is good for me.
What about you, Bear? You have any experience you want to share with us?
Well, my course journey was a very wonderful and hectic journey. I went from looking at marine biologists, I went from looking forensic scientists, until I settled down and found myself in the computer IT field. That's where I want to be. You know, and that journey is very sweet journey whenever I think of it, because I went through Google, I went through my parents, I went through my teachers, just looking at different opinions and different. I went through my own personal strengths and weaknesses, and that's why I just settled on what I am looking at right now, which is computer IT, software engineering, stuff like that. And I feel that every teenager should be allowed to go through that kind of journey, that kind of I don't know yet, I'm looking at this now, I'm looking at that now. Just allowed to be flexible, just look at anything possible for until they settle on what their heart is strongly going to.
Yeah.
So I feel that's all I need to say about
Well,
it.
for me, I was allowed to make my decisions. I had so many decisions. I remember one time in SS1 when I told my mom that I wanted to study political science, and she was like, "You don't know what you're saying." And I was like, "How can you tell me I don't know what I'm saying? So why you think it's joke?" And then because I was very serious about it though, but at the same time, I didn't know what I was saying actually. But at that moment, I was serious. I literally wanted to study political science. But then, as time went on, I found myself a lot of people coming to meet me that I like the way you talk. Oh, law will fit you, and I'm like, eh. And to the point where it was not just my mates that were telling me, teachers as well were also telling me that law will fit you, law will fit you, it's better for you to do law. And then I was like, okay. And then there was even a teacher who came to meet me and was like, since your dad is a lawyer, I mean he has his chambers and all that, so it would be very easy for you to just, and I was like, it may not be that easy. But I mean, you have a dad that is a lawyer, so he's going to be able to guide, he's going to be able to put it through, it's more easier, it's more less this for you. And I was like, okay, well, let's give it a try. And then that's where I found myself saying I wanted to be a lawyer. And then I wanted to be a lawyer. And then my daddy just brought out this thing to me. He just put something in my mind and he was like, it's not just about you, everybody's telling you this will fit you, that will fit you. And then you now say, okay, let me do this or let me do that. What are you comfortable on? What do you feel is best for you? What do you want to do? And this, based on what is happening in the society right now, nobody is looking at this will fit you or that will fit you. You have to do something that when you're doing it in the future, you are happy that you're doing it. You cannot do something you're not happy with. That's the reason why we're actually discussing this topic, because we find kids who do what their parents ask them to do because their parents have asked them to do it, and they're not comfortable with doing it, but they're just doing it because that is what mommy and daddy wants. Yes. So I have to do it. So do what makes you happy, so that when you're doing it, you'll know that there's this joy in what that comes when you're doing something you love. Here I am studying mass communication after a series of saying I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. And I find myself studying mass communication. I love it and I'm enjoying it. Actually, I am. And I just want a situation whereby everybody gets to do what you're happy with. Do what makes you happy, do what you love. Enjoy it. Well, because that's the main reason why you picked it in the first place.
Well, I will not fully agree with you on that point.
Even me to say.
Yeah, so that there's no crime in doing what you like, what you love, what you have passion for. But my sisters and brothers in the Lord, this society is going to a place we do not understand, and you cannot do something that will not put food on the table for you.
Yes.
So those of you that are looking at being those jobs, those things that are not really lucrative, fine and good, you can have that at the side or as your main point or whatever you want to do, but always have something that will bring you food, that will give you something to eat, something to survive on, because you can't survive on passion, you can't survive on I love this thing. That's not going to give you food to eat. So
I would like to add a bit, because I said I wanted to become an aeronautic engineer. Looking at different factors, majorly money factor, I cannot do what I love at that point, because I have to look for another thing that, yes, okay, it's somehow related to this and I can still also have that satisfaction. But if you just have that standing point, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I must do, you are going to just sit down at home and be waiting for whenever money will come and you will go to school. So my own is I always have plan B and always reason. It's not only aeronautic must not be that particular course. There are also courses related to that.
Ebere, Stephanie, I'm glad you guys pointed out that point. My bad for not mentioning it. Yes, please, as much as you do something that you love, you should also look for something that will put food on the table. I mean, I have a teacher of mine who loves to bake, but at the end of the day was a teacher in my secondary school teaching. And she was like, not that she loves teaching. I mean, she loves teaching, but her main passion was on baking. That was really what she wanted to focus on. But she needed something that was going to put food for her family on the table. So she went into teaching and had baking as, like, let me use Stephanie's language, plan B. So basically she was making money from the two different things that she was doing, and she's comfortable with it. So I feel like as much as you do what you love, do something that will also help you financially in your aspects of life. So I'd like you guys to just give a short advice to our viewers watching, and to something that will help let these young ones, those who want to decide their future. What can you say to them?
Okay, let me start.
Right.
I would advise that yes, you should have a say on your decision, but you should know the decision you take as per se. Okay, if I choose this decision, it will not have a financial toll on my parents. If I take this decision, it's going to put food on my table. If I make this decision, I'm still going to have that self-satisfaction. So when making this decision, you should consider majorly these three aspects of what I'm saying. Know what is okay. If I choose this is not going to have a financial toll on my parents, as per se that there's not enough money to send me to school for that particular course. And if I choose this course, I'm going to have self-satisfaction. And if I choose this course, it's also going to be very lucrative for me. So that's my advice.
Okay. What will you say, Bear?
Well, my advice to my fellow teenagers is simple. Do and try, look at everything that catches your interest, because you have the gift of youth to just explore. And parents, please do not disregard your children's passions. It is their passion. Even if they're not going to give them money, even if you're not going to give them food, it's going to give them joy. And that is what you want from your child. It's not food, it's not money. You can still give them money at any point in time, but right now you want them to have joy. So give them something to be joyful about. Let them have their joy and let them have their financial stability. Also, I want to advise all my teenagers that whenever you're looking for a course, or whenever you're looking for whatever you want to study, there is no crime in not knowing. There's no crime in being confused. You can always reach out. You can always ask. You can always find out more. And very soon, at the end of the day, you find yourself doing something that you very much enjoy. So thank you.
My advice to you viewers, do what you love, pray about it, because nothing works without God, and at the same time, look for something that brings this. Financial stability counts. Pray, search, and also remember to do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, your happiness counts and your joy counts as well. But if you need any other advice, On Air with Claire is always available to give you what you need. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you guys. We hope to see you on some other time.
Of course.
And as for our viewers, thank you also for watching. Please, like I said, if you have questions, you can ask in our comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you some other time. Bye.